What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and today I have the Lego Marvel Superheroes Iron Man Detroit Steel Strikes. And this set, it just gives me so much nostalgia, even though I got this set this year. So yeah, I got it at Rogue Brick, but like it has very nostalgic elements for me. So yeah. Now, before we look at the set, I want to show you something that is giving me a lot of nostalgia, and that is this comic. And yeah, so let's get into this. So the first thing in this comic is this scene from the Hulk versus Red Hulk set. I don't think it's a terrible set. It's just, I wish there was a better way to get Red Hulk. Because I'd really like him, and I still don't have like a big fake Hulk. I just have Bruce Banner. But then there's the Captain America Jet set, and then here is the scene going on for this set. So yeah, it's pretty cool, I think. And yeah, now we can go ahead and look at these two builds, starting with Lola. Didn't know Lola is the name of Phil Coulson's car, and we will look at the minifigures later on. But I wanted to give you an idea of what he looks like in there. And yeah, so this is a pretty cool convertible. Now, I'm not a big, I don't know a lot about cars. So, I'm not sure what this is trying to be, or really what kind of car I can't say what car it reminds me of, except that this is obviously a convertible, and you can open the doors here, so some doors in there, and this has to be the most realistic, car interior for a minifigure scale Lego car, because it has the dashboard right there, and it has the steering wheel, and then it has the levers. And I know there's only supposed to be one, but I'm assuming that the other one is for this transformation feature, which is also part of, and it's correct to the universe of Marvel. So underneath you can see there's like repulsors there, and if you hadn't noticed these, well, now I'm gonna make sure you do, because they are part of the transformation feature. So what I'm gonna do is I lifted the car up, and then you flip those up, and the wheels come down, so it's now a flying car. And inside there you can see there's some detail there, which is, it's not completely necessary, but I'm glad to see it. It's pretty cool, although it's a little hard to put on because I believe it's connected to this hood. It's part of the hood piece. So yeah, and then to bring it back down, you just flip these back down, and yeah, there you go. Now let's look at the Mech. Here is the Detroit Steel Mech. If you didn't know, this was actually featured in the Lego Climate Conundrum show, and that's but this actually has Justin Hammer in it, but I believe his daughters were the ones driving it. But this is still cool. I prefer getting Justin Hammer because he's just more recognizable, you know, yeah. And then it's got some pretty good articulation. First of all, you got the shoulder joint, and then like a wrist/elbow, except he doesn't really have elbows, but that's fine because it's a shorter arm. And then 2 fingers and a thumb, I guess. can't really hold on to anything there. I guess you could try to hold on to someone, like Iron Man. I don't know. It's probably not going to work. But you do have these arm attachments. And actually, we'll get back to those later after we see what the legs are all about. So, yeah, you can, the legs are on a ball joint, this joint right here, but you can't really move it like back and forth much. So it's mostly forward and back. Oops. These shoulder pad pieces, on all the sets I have them on, they do fall off fairly easily. So I'm just going to leave that off. And then there's a ball joint right here for the foot. This kind of looks like a heel to me, or like high heels. It's just funny. And then you've got the repulsors, and I think that's supposed to be like an exhaust area. And then back here, you have these little flaps that can move around, but I think they're supposed to be like this. And then I don't know what these are. They're kind of weird. But yeah. So on this arm, you've got this like chainsaw. So it's got gears, which makes it look cool, I guess. But yeah, you can move that all around. I think you can get it. Yeah, you can get it 360 degrees if you like hyperextend his wrist. But robots can't feel pain. At least I don't think they can when they're piloted by a human. But then you've got a six stud shooter right here. And yeah, I don't know why it's orange. Guess I don't know, but it's fine. And there is a knob back here, or a gear, so you can turn that and it shoots them all over the place. Not gonna do that though, because, well, I don't want them to get lost, because I have a gap back here. So yeah, that's cool. And then to get the guy in, you fold this down, and you can move these out just for dramatic effect, I guess. 1 second. So, yeah, you can put the minifigure out, and he doesn't have any control, which is unfortunate, but yeah, there's the minifigure, and it does kind of go in a little too much there, but it's fine. So now let's look at those minifigures. Okay, so first up, we've got Iron Man, and this is, like, all about him from just the name of the set. It's called Iron Man, blah, blah, blah. But personally, I think, the real star of the show here is the villain, and yeah. But this is the cool Iron Man. This is actually the prime armor from the comics, and yeah, this was like probably the last Iron Man figure, as far as I can. Well, actually, I don't know if this came out before the Homecoming set, but this is definitely one of the last Iron Man figures to use these studs for his repulsors. And then you got the cylinders back down there. And this is definitely the first Iron Man figure to have this helmet, which not many people like, but I think it's fine for this kind of suit. I think it works well. And this Tony Stark face, it's so nostalgic to me. I just remember building my first Lego Iron Man figure many years back, and I instantly loved the Iron Man minifigure. So yeah, but then you got this second face that you don't really see much nowadays because it's usually covered by a blue heads-up display. But yeah, I'll firm that up with the hair. So yeah, and this is an older hair. It's nostalgic. But then we've got an exclusive figure, the first of two, and I love exclusive figures. And you'll know that if you know me personally. But yeah, so the back branding isn't anything too special, but this is a pretty nice torso print with the name tag and the suit, and yeah, he's got a nice calm on his face, and this other, and I really like this hair. It's just a really nice hairpiece. I think it looks cool. But then he's got a really cool face here. Yeah. You can't have a Shield Agent minifigure that is in a business suit without having sunglasses. It's cool. But then next up, and last but certainly not least, is Detroit Steel Justin Hammer version. And I don't know how wearing a helmet over glasses works without breaking them. Maybe he's gotten smart and made super durable glasses, but I mean it's a good face at least. But yeah. And they actually changed up the hairpiece for the show, which I would have preferred that hairpiece, but maybe. Actually, no, that hairpiece was already out. I think it would have been cool, but this is fine. It's the next best one. And then he's got the arched eyebrow, pretty cool, and the torso and leg branding is pretty cool. For just the first iteration of this character. And last, but hopefully that will change. Hopefully we'll get a different version of Justin Hammer. But yeah, there you have it. That was the Iron Man Detroit Steel Strikes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.